Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this section of reads. This should be viewed on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, just to be sure that's where you're seeing it. If you're not, let me know, or, go to YouTube to make sure you're getting the right one. Also, I am doing in-person readings in Herkimer, New York. If you're near there, go ahead and shoot me an email. I'll give you more details. The dice and decks that I'm using, that information should be below. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? The energy is very compatible, but also questionable. It's like, it fits what you would normally like, but then there's something about a question mark, like... So... is it about the plans, or is it about the loyalty, is my question. Because something is changing, but I don't think it's unexpected as much as, like, the way it's happening, how do I feel people relate to me? Like, do they see the value in me? Are they thinking about how this affects me? Is it just the them show? Is it just the them show? Is it? Whoever they may be. Because I'm getting, like, things are going forward. I'm struggling with this because I feel like things are progressing to the next level, but I don't know that you're going to feel that way about it. Because to you, it's like, I feel like when you're watching this play out, like, this wasn't really how I thought that would advance to the next level. But it is advancing. But it's going away. It's like I didn't expect that. It's kind of like I always knew this person would be in transportation. I just didn't think they'd be flying planes. It's like, oh, okay. Like, people in transportation, like, doing whatever they're doing, like, if you're flying the plane, that's a lot. Like, that's an unexpected level is what I'm getting. And also, like, when I'm giving that analogy, like, I knew they'd be in transportation. Like, I didn't know if they'd be driving a taxi or this or that, but I thought they'd be driving something, maybe a boat. I thought, well, there's possibilities for that certain times a year. And then they end up getting into, like, small commuters or whatever, however that works. And it's kind of like, I didn't expect that. It also has different danger, and it has different reach. It goes farther in a day. Like, you could have that go a distance and come back a lot farther than you could driving truck, for example. It's kind of like the parameters are much more expansive. I feel like there's something here, and I feel like when this starts happening, it's like I'm trying to, like, understand and define what's really happening here, but at the same time I'm like, well, I didn't see that coming. What exactly do they plan to do with this? Where exactly are they going with this? Whatever you're dealing with, there's this complete decision to succeed past the diversity, succeed past the challenges, succeed past others' expectations. So somebody's moving forward, and they got success coming forward. It may not be the easiest road, but I feel like there's a very determined, like, I will get what I want. I will make this work. It's very much that energy. I don't think you're upset with it, by the way. I don't think you're upset with it. I just feel like I'm trying to, like, understand, like, how does this affect me and my connection with them? Is this something they're doing that's just gonna, like, they're gonna live their life and I'm not gonna have as much connection with them? Does that even matter to them? Some good things can come out of it, but also I think I'm worried that, like, they're moving forward in a way that's not going to last. And I feel like I'm worried about that. Like, I love it. It sounds great. And I'm partially feeling like this pie in the sky energy. Like, I think that's part of it because there's a nervous energy here, kind of like, oh, you know, that sounds great and I hope that works. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if you have both of your feet on the ground when you're thinking about this. I don't know about this. But it's coming forward. A whole new revelation is coming forward. A very positive thing. You got the Lover's card on the dice, but you got the Two of Wands reversed. Like, I feel like I don't know where this is coming from. And I don't think I'm getting reference from it. Like, how long have they been thinking about this? Is this just an opportunity that just popped up and they're like, okay, that's for me? Okay, so I feel like I have to try to get around the question mark energy. I feel like that might be pulling your energy down and kind of keeping you in a place where it just makes me uncomfortable. I just feel like it's not helping. I'm not going to understand this person's point of view. I'm not going to understand why they did what they did. I just don't feel like that energy is coming my way. Even if I'm asking, I don't feel like I'm getting it. Like, either literally they're not telling me, or it's just the way they're saying it. I'm like, I see a lot of holes in that. I see a lot of empty spaces and need filling in, or that. Okay. So they might be telling you, but it's kind of like, even what they're telling you, like, I don't know if this really makes sense. I feel like I got to kind of move on from it for a minute. There is a place for you in this situation. That's the weird thing. Because I feel at the moment it's playing out and I'm like, is there a place for me in this situation at all? Like, am I even going to have a spot in this situation? Am I just watching from the sidelines? Is it just going to connect with, like, how much I see this person? Like, how is this going to affect me? And I'm questioning, like, is it going to affect me? The next phase, I feel like as the next phase plays out, it almost seems benign. Like, I don't know if this really matters. Like, I feel like my connection is still good with whatever I'm dealing with. And I'm questioning, like, I guess, I mean, so it's almost like they were in transportation, but they're flying planes. But, like, typically maybe they're gone 2-3 days at a time at most, but I'm still, like, seeing them, communicating with them, going to dinner with them every now and then. Whatever my connection was before, it's fairly the same, fairly. Maybe a different way of communication. Maybe it's kind of like, you know, they're home 3 days, away 3 days, stuff like that. You know, it's fairly the same. And at first I'm like, I guess it's fine. There's this question mark thing is like, this question mark thing keeps coming back. And at this point, I don't see satisfaction coming to you. I see more aggravation. You have the possibility when things seem, that's the thing, things seem to mellow out, level out, however you want to put that, plateau, whatever. It seems like, oh, okay, I think we've reached where it's going. And it seems like that. I'm getting it hasn't. I don't know how to explain this. What am I supposed to say? Because, like, I understand when it plateaus, like, trying to get some more information. Like, it seems very rational to me. Like, I feel like I would do that too. But how are you supposed to know that the information is still developing? So there's a struggle still going on, but it seems like it's plateauing. So whatever you're dealing with, keep gauging the level of stress around it, because I feel like there's a lot going on still. Maybe it's still a learning curve, or it's very busy. For example, if I'm going to use like the plane thing again, they got a lot of work going on. Maybe they're tired when they're hanging out with you. They don't really want to talk about that. They're just like, I just need a break from that for now. I just rather do something else. It's kind of one of those read the room type energies. And it's kind of like, yeah, but I have questions. I would like to know. And it makes sense why you would, but I'm getting, one of the reasons maybe they're not wanting to talk about it is because something is still in flux or advancing or getting ready to advance. And they're the growth spurt, they're the growing pain maybe. So I feel like the energy isn't quite stable. It's weird because I feel like to you it looks like it's plateauing, but you're not getting the full story and the information isn't transferring very well at this point. So it's kind of like read the room. If it still seems stressful, they're saying you could kind of push it if you want, but I'm getting you won't get reliable information. Not purposefully, but like I just feel like I'm not going to get information I really can do much with, or at least information that's going to be stable and last the term of time, the test of time, the term of time, sure. Won't last a long term of time. Something with term in there. I don't know. Let it go. Enjoy your time with this situation, be it a person or an actual situation. Make it fun for you in a way that makes sense to you. You know what I mean? Make the energy pleasurable. Bring a positive energy up. And if they seem stressed and they're like, they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to deal with it, bring the energy up and make it a very pleasant thing to be around you. You're going to do what you're going to do, but I know that there's certain ways that are like this, we can enjoy this, maybe go out to dinner or maybe do some activities. Like, I don't know what, bowling is fine. I don't know why people sometimes have a hang up with bowling when I say it, but I think bowling is fine. Stuff like that, golf, touch football. I don't know what you gotta do. But do fun things. And I feel like this will make sense. Maybe some people go out to movies. I don't know, whatever works for you. Keep the energy pleasant. Keep it kind of moving. Keep it pleasant and keep it moving. Because I'm getting, there's something about a doorway opening towards you at some point. Opening towards, like you're being invited into something that you might not be expecting to. I got the Justice card, and it looks like the Ace of Swords, but it's regain your focus. It looks very much like the Ace of Swords to me. This information, it says something about grounding on there, which I feel like makes perfect sense for you. I love this card for your reading. Information, it feels very much like the Ace of Swords, but it's grounding. It's like, it's giving you information to build from. There's something, it could be a legal aspect. If there is, it's a positive thing, like a contract, or maybe it just makes me feel like maybe, for example, if it was a plane, this person's flying planes, whatever, and they're looking for somebody to fill a position there, and it's a good position that would be lucrative for you and that would work well for you. It's kind of like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? There's an option? There's an opportunity there for me? I feel like that's coming in. I also feel with the Ace of Swords, it's not the Ace of Swords, that's how it feels to me though. It reminds me of like somebody saying, oh, I think we're going to do this. Would you be interested if we did? Because I don't feel like I have to take it right away. I don't know. It may be something that's developing and they're asking you, if we do that, would you be interested? I feel like something like that is there. Because I don't know. I feel like if we do this, would you be interested? That seems to fit for this. And I feel like that's an interesting moment where it's kind of like, can I think about it? I feel like that's going on. For a lot of you, I feel like it's going to be like, can I think about it? Because I feel like this ties me in with this connection or situation, it could be person, whatever, in a way that I'm like, actually, I think I would like that. Does the rest of this make sense? Does this hold water? Do I think this is going to last? Do I think this is smart? Does this make sense for my life? Does this make sense for my connection? I do feel like there's a couple things I have to like iron out and kind of like, you know, smooth out. Like, is this going to work? Does this really make sense? Once I get through that, you might be moving forward to something that you haven't done before. That's one of the meanings for me anyway, when I read the Eight of Cups. A lot of times it's like moving on from something good to something better. And also for me, I feel like it's kind of going into something that's good that I have not experienced before is what I'm kind of getting from this. This is a point where you have to get your power back. You have to get your power back. I don't know if I like the way I said that. There will be some nerves, but I feel with earth signs, and you're an earth sign, Virgo's an earth sign, it's one of those things where once you claim the situation yours, like this is what I'm going to do, this is what I need to do. Like, I just remember a person I used to work with, like their attitude towards like the training program, it was like a 3-month training program, but they had set up a schedule. Like they reviewed a little bit at home in the morning, they reviewed a little bit at lunch, and then whatever they were allowed to take with them, they reviewed a little bit at home, and they were very diligent about what they did. They made up their mind that like, it wasn't like they were just waiting for it to make sense. They were like, it's gonna make sense. And they got into this pattern, like whether I know it or not, I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna like look at questions and like try to make my questions make sense. This was also the person that taught me, even if you're allowed to ask questions, you should take notes as if you're not going to be allowed to ask questions, and you have to do it right the next time you do this. And I was like, that perspective made a big deal to me. And it's just saying, if you're going into this, once you lock in, like, all right, I'm going to make this work. I've chosen this. This will be how this happens. not in the sense of like, you know, dominating it forward, but in the sense of like, I'm going to learn this. I don't know what I need to do. However long it takes me, I'm going to put in the effort. And once you get that solid base under you for this new situation that I feel like is foreign to you, it's going to fly by. And before you know it, they're almost over here with the clock. Is kind of like, it'll be easier for you sooner than you think. It may not be a predictable situation, but it may be like, I kind of know like this is when things are going to go like that. This is when somebody's going to come in from out of town. I don't know who's going to come in from out of town, but I know I need to be ready for somebody showing up at this point. I know that there's like a list of things I can and can't do for these people and all the other stuff. It doesn't seem to take that long to link into it. I do feel like this is something that you're going to enjoy, and you're going to be the person, you're going to be the point of stability for this situation. You might be lending stability to it. That might be one of the reasons that you're being drawn into it, because whoever's kind of pulling you into it, they feel like you're known for stability and keeping stability, and that's why they want you. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of reinforcement in doing that and keeping that, and that's what people want. That's why you're there. Are we there? I think we're there. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.